Until the joint human scientific expedition team truly sets foot on ancient and modern times, only the whole world knows. The first place in China is far more than just the land of Dragon Kingdom. The ruins of a dilapidated battleship are dug under the starry sky. And those giant beast heads buried deep in the dust. They are all telling us the desolation of that battle. Only the red flag standing in the ruins fluttering in the wind tell the world the tragedy hidden behind peaceful life. Voyage heroes, we are here to take you back home. As the dusty hatch slowly opens, Wu Dexiu's eyes were suddenly drawn to the flag on the platform. Attract. He can feel a call coming from deep within his bloodline. But he just stretched out his hands that wanted to touch. He was interrupted by a voice that echoed in the main cabin. We should wait until our compatriots. Only our compatriots from the Dragon Kingdom can come in here. Although this hoarse voice is full of exhaustion, but the correct words and pronunciation of Longguo dialect. But all of a sudden he calmed everyone down. Su Zhaomin on the side immediately turned on the shooting system. Used to record. The sound came from the virtual screen in the main cabin again. Compatriots, please take the flag back. This is the long-cherished wish of all of us. If possible, please bring 13 corpses with you. But you may not be able to find it anymore. 13 Zishu. Hands blocked 25 enemy attacks at the border of the earth. The battlefield spreads among the 4 stars of metal, wood, earth, and fire. But as long as we are alive, we won't let them invade Lanshin. It's a pity that we didn't have the chance to return to the motherland with victory. Compatriots, please take the flowers back to reassure the people of the motherland. As long as our consciousness has not dissipated, I will always guard here. The sound stopped suddenly. Wu Dexiu staggered a few steps forward and stretched out his hand. He really wanted to hold the person who spoke. I want to know what they went through. That voice was filled with a deep sense of reluctance and sadness. Underneath the emotions are steel-like rules. While Su Zhaomin was filming, tears can't stop dripping down. This flag belongs to us and no one can take it away. They're just scientific researchers from other countries who came together to investigate. But don't think so. When they want to come, this one in front of me. But it's what Long Guo wants. The circus that monopolizes this alien battleship. But they didn't even think about the kind people in the Dragon Kingdom. Consider that flag more important than your own life. Zhu Di takes the national flag. In Wu Dexiu's voice, with an unquestionable determination, Zhu Di stepped forward and kicked. Kick away the gun-wielding person in front of you. Several people quickly rushed to the high platform and held the national flag. All pictures were synchronized to the live broadcasts in various countries. People around the base didn't dare to actually shoot when they saw this. The base commander of Dragon Kingdom saw this scene through video. Order immediately launch an investigation around the Lanji impact crater. Be sure to find clues about these 13 heroes. Let's take them home. Subsequently, he also immediately contacted Earth to investigate related information. But even in the most advanced information of Dragon Kingdom, no clue number 4 was found either. At this time, Wu Dexiu, I finally had time to start observing my surroundings. The interior of the main cabin was covered in blood layer after layer. It's the steel left behind by the 13 heroes who killed the alien creatures. Deep scratches on wall proves that they are fighting the enemy with cold weapons. This is an alien invader spaceship. They were the ones who killed the pilot of the alien warship. That's why the spacecraft was forced to land on Mars. Wu Dexiu's heart is as sharp as a knife. He wants to know, what makes these 13 people bear all this? Are they the only ones who can defend the Earth? He also wanted to try again to see if he could find a new route. But a sudden sandstorm interrupted the original plan. After Wu Dexiu evacuated across Huangsheyo, looking at the entire battleship from a distance, gradually shattered by the strong wind, he only lasted until now just to say those words. Waiting for the sky full of yellow sand to sweep across the border, the scientific expedition team launched a more in-depth exploration here. All excavators at the base have been dispatched. As the drill bit continues to sink, a natural cave gradually appeared in public view. But the content inside. But everyone can't stop doing it. Those are piles and piles of blood fortresses. This is the real main battlefield. It's just a small battle in starships. The 13 suns faced hundreds of their enemies. Su Zhaomin holding a signal receiver, Suddenly there was an exclamation. There is an unknown signal source below at 3 o'clock. As unmanned aerial vehicles continued to deepen, finally saw the instrument that sent the signal. Just not close yet. There is a blue light emitted from it. A deep voice came out. Number 7 wife report. Wu Dexiu staggered when he heard this voice. Immediately asked student Zhu Di to go forward and get it. That's a chip wrapped in an alien shell. And except for this chip, the scientific expedition team never found it again in the fortress. Other items. Everyone realizes that this is not the final battlefield. Next, everyone took the chip and returned to the Mars base. With the successful decipherment of the chip, a steely voice sounded in the command post. Is it about to end? I haven't written a suicide note yet. In the salute hall, everyone faces the screen. Perform the most honorable etiquette of a soldier. What kind of suicide note are you writing? How old are you before you have to write a suicide note? Another voice sounded. This voice is very young. He sounds like a kid in his 20s. I want to eat jujube cake from my hometown. That steely voice suddenly softened. Wait until we return to Earth in triumph. Eat as much as you want. A sudden explosion interrupted their conversation. The screen also turned into darkness. Then a cold voice appeared. Tiando Plan 8th year. 13 people, 9 people left. This paragraph. Apparently it was used by robots to record time and battle damage. But the originally cold numbers were heard by people around. But I feel a burst of blood from the bottom of my heart. And after a while, the second scene appears on the screen. This time there's not only sound but also pictures. A fit man. He is leaning on the stone with a wine bottle. A year and a half to Mars. Take this last sip. I can no longer drink wine from my hometown. The seventh son leaned on the stone and said to the camera. I separated from the captain. I think the captain is biased against me. He said I was relatively young so he wouldn't let me go. Let me stay here. But isn't the ninth son 3 years younger than me? After the seventh son finished speaking, he suddenly looked outside. A group of powerful fleets appeared in the lens. One battleship with 3 mechas. There are also more than 50 alien race teams. Seeing this, the seventh son slowly stood up. The captain said if we handle it well, maybe within 5 years we can go home. But now I no longer expect to go home. I just want to break into the Dark Star's lair. Let them know what China Shui is. As soon as he finished speaking, the seventh son's figure became extremely tall. He rushed out of the camp the moment the mecha covered his body. After just a few minutes, the screen lights up again. The ambush was successful. The captain will definitely be proud of me. See if he says I'm young. The seventh son smiled proudly. Later, pictures of the crashed battleship were sent to the captain. But I didn't expect to receive a series of angry scoldings from the captain immediately. Lao Qi, what are you doing? Evacuate Camp 3 immediately. Evacuate immediately. You thought you ambush a dark man. Isn't Star Team amazing? I don't want to. Go collect your body. The second wife is still a little unconvinced. But I didn't expect that it would only take a while. 5 warships formed a phalanx and swooped down. He even took away his trophy step by step. Immediately turn off the screen and leave. March 17th, year 2 of Tiando Plan. The first wife is stationed at Mars Camp 3. Destroy a small group of dark stars. As the screen disappears, everyone also realized that the chronological order of the chips was disrupted. In those dark stars who want to invade the Earth. In fact, it can only be reached through specific space nodes. That's why the resistance fronts are on different planets. Instead of directly invading the Earth, the chip still needs to be repaired. Only then can you know the rest of the content. At the same time, the scientific expedition team, also based on the images in the video, found the Mars 3 camp in the picture. The camp has been raided and destroyed by the dark stars. There's only a stone slab buried in sand and dust. Telling about the past. January 11th, the first year of the Tiando Plan. I'm in the snow. I left my hometown with those arrogant people. Come to this land that no one has ever touched before. I don't like them, but I find it very interesting to be with them. One of them looked the youngest. Is my captain. He said we are the 13 sons of the protector of the country. I know I'm here to protect the country. Why am I on Mars? Wu Dexiu choked and held on to the table. They were just kids when they came to the battlefields of Mars. February 2nd of the following year, the dragon raises its head. I've been stationed at Camp 3 for half a month. Captain, they haven't come back yet. I'm not worried they'll die. Each of them is stronger than me. If I die, I will die first. But can I still return to my hometown after I die? The weathered stone monument cannot bury their firm will. The faith of steel shines brightly under the starlight. The nights on Mars are not as peaceful as my hometown. I often lie in the blue sun. The sun can speed me up. Their cells reproduce. The effect of bloodline medicine will also be more obvious. But we may not have a chance to return. I just ambushed a Dark Star squad. Must leave quickly. This slate will probably remain on the home planet forever. Camp number 3. Goodbye, I'll be back. The last 5 words are very sloppy and sloppy. Wu Dexiu stroked the cold stone. In a trance, I seemed to see that lonely figure from behind, until a voice from next to him interrupted his thoughts. The 7th sun's file chip was successfully repaired. You can continue to break out of the cocoon. The screen is shaky. The 7th sun lay motionless on the ground. The 15th year of the Tiando National Protection Plan. All my energy is gone. All the blood potions are also used up. It's impossible for me to go home again. Jay, please take a look at my hometown for me after I die. My parents. May the motherland prosper and the people live and work in peace and contentment. Today is the 7th day of the Lunar New Year and also my birthday. Wish me a happy birthday. A loud noise completely interrupted the second wife's words. See this scene. Everyone's heart seemed to be pulled apart. Angry. A sharp voice came from a distance. If you don't move, if you come over again, you'll be knocked down. The 7th sun pressed the visitor's face. If we were seen, we would become eternal sinners. The figure hugged the 7th sun from behind, and the 7th sun was lying in his arms, pointing to the distant sky. Lao Jiu, our home is on that blue planet. But I can't go back now. If I die, you must take my body back. I don't want to die here. The 9th sun did not answer. Everyone in the hall looked heavy. Judging from the reaction of 9th sun, the 7th sun may not survive this time. No one thought that going home would be so far away. I will die. 9th sun comforted him with a particularly tender tone. Really? You lied to me again? No, I won't lie to you. I will take you to Venus. Captain has a way to get there. 9th sun's voice echoed on the screen. September 18th of the first year. You and Lao Ba, responsible, destroy Dark Star's first teleport on Mars. Mouth. Not only did he complete the mission, he also carried 3 companies of Dark Star. March 17th of the following year. You successfully ambush a Dark Star team by yourself. Destroy a battleship, a 3-armor mecha. July 7th of the following year. You broke into the Dark Star warship alone. Blow up their teleportation bridge. Also sabotage their preparations to attack Jupiter. Saturated coverage. Blow. 9th sun's voice suddenly became full of tears. The 7th day of May in the 15th year. The 7th sun rebuilds Camp 1 on Mars for the 15th time. However, they encountered a surprise attack from 5 phalanxes of Dark Star. Sorry, I'm useless. I came too late. This is the 19th time I've seen you cry. Lao Jiu, you were really a crybaby. The 7th sun reached out to wipe the tears on his face. But when the finger reaches halfway, it gradually drops down. Lao Qi, don't sleep. Wake up quickly. Don't sleep, don't sleep. In the empty wilderness of Mars, only the sound of 9th sun wailing is left. The war rages in the distance. Piles of wreckage of battleships and mechas piled up into mountains. The recorder that fell to the ground made a sizzling sound. The 7th day of May in the 15th year of the heavenly way to protect the country plan. I am separated from my master, fall into eternal sleep. If someone finds the owner, please take the master home. Everyone in the hall was shocked. The chip was found in the Dragon 1 impact crater. The 7th sun should be nearby. Wu Dexiu banged on the table. Immediately go to the Dragon 1 impact crater to look for it. Increase search range to 100 kilometers. In addition, we will search for available signal sources on a large scale on Mars. See if there are any other heroes left on Mars. Judging from the last scene of the recorder, the battlefield of Dragon 1 Impact Crater, it should be completed by the 7th sun alone. But since the captain's voice appeared on the battleship, then there might be something else going on. As 3 days passed, Su Xiaomin finally found herself in a canyon, found the chip left by Tongdi's wife. Same signal. He walked forward excitedly, but they found Zhu Di standing motionless in front of him. Zhao Min, please listen carefully. The old scratchy old tape sound gradually came. This is a song, the music engraved in the bones of every Longguo person. Su Xiaomin couldn't help but sing along. The loud singing voice comes through the screen, from the Mars base all the way back to Earth. Salute Zhu Di took the lead and shouted loudly. Then moved forward step by step. At the end of the song there is a ruined armor. There's a cold corpse sleeping inside. Although heroes have passed away, we cannot let them feel cold. Let's take him back.